Russia and Ukraine have completed the first phase of what is expected to be the biggest prisoner exchange since the start of the war. Journalist Rebecca Collard is in Berlin following these developments for us. She joins us now live. So, Rebecca, what are the details of this swap?
So far what we've had confirmed from both the Ukrainian and the Russian side is that 390 prisoners from each side have been exchanged today through the Belarusian Ukrainian border. Now, Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, said specifically that it was a 270 servicemen and 120 what he called civilians. Now, this, as you said, is just the first stage of what is supposed to be a multi-day prisoner swap. In total, the sides have agreed to swap 1,000 prisoners from each side. That will be, as you said, Arthi, the biggest prisoner swap in years between the two sides. And what we're hearing now is that this will continue tomorrow on Saturday, and this will continue again on Sunday if all goes as planned. We will see 1,000 prisoners from each side. And, Zelensky has almost immediately taken to social media, showing pictures of these released Ukrainians holding Ukrainian flags, also people on the side of the road in Ukraine waving as these prisoners returned home today. And of course, also Donald Trump, the U.S. president, has also weighed in, congratulating the sides on the swap and saying that it's a good sign for the future of this conflict, Arthi.
So we're talking, Rebecca, about first steps, but what about the overall efforts to achieve a ceasefire? What's the latest on that?
Yeah, to be honest, it has been, I think, at least if you listen to the Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelensky, a little bit underwhelming. Of course, there were these face-to-face talks, the first in 3 years between the Russian and the Ukrainian side last week in Istanbul. Now, the only concrete thing, Arthi, that came out of those talks was this prisoner swap, which we are seeing now. Now, of course, this is a good sign. It's 1,000 prisoners from each side. It can be seen as a goodwill gesture, a bit of a breaking of the ice. And so there is some optimism that this sort of a prisoner swap could lead to further negotiations. And if you listen to what's coming out of the U.S. presidency and the U.S. administration, then they seem quite optimistic that things are going to move along, that we are going to see a resolution to this conflict. Now, I will just say, though, Arthi, the fighting is very much continuing on the ground, and these sides really remain as polarized as ever about what will over how to solve this conflict. Some of the key issues, of course, being Ukraine's borders, whether or not Ukraine will be forced to cede some of its territory to Russia in order to secure a peace agreement, and of course also what kind of security guarantees Ukraine might get from the U.S. or its other allies. If they do enter into a peace agreement with Russia, and then of course Russia very much wants a commitment that Ukraine will not be able to join NATO. So, this is a good sign. We're seeing these face-to-face talks. What we're hearing from the U.S. administration is that things are moving forward. But I will say, these two sides, the Russian and the Ukrainian side, do remain very, very far apart, Arthi.
Rebecca, thanks for the latest. That's Rebecca Collard in Berlin.